Hey guys, it's NateDunningFilms back again for another video. You did read the title correctly. This will be, as of right now, I could pretty much for sure say, will be my final Blu-ray update ever on this channel. Most of what you see behind me are Blu-ray. And what 4K I do plan on adding to my collection are upgrades. And I'm getting towards the tail end of that list of things that I want to upgrade. So basically, I'm done collecting pretty much in general. And again, now what I'm continuing on with are upgrades. There's not much more left. For my first video of 2022, I'm going to make it a final video, and that is my last Blu-ray update. I bought this particular film with the intention of watching it around Christmas time, and I just never got to it. And that is the newest version of Black Christmas. Now, I've heard kind of some bad word on this one, and I mean, what can you say? It's a remake. But again, this is one of those that it was cheap. I happened to pick it up. Again, I was meaning to watch it during my Christmas horror watches, and I just never got to it. But yeah, that's Black Christmas. Let me know what you guys think about this one. And this one is an upgrade, and it is a really good upgrade. And I actually automatically, before I even show you this title, highly recommend you upgrade from the Blu-ray to the 4K, and that is the Back to the Future Trilogy. What an amazing upgrade. And I do mean that not only in picture quality, but the HDR10 and, you know, and the colors just really pop on this new version. That movie is Black Hawk Down. I've seen the movie. Again, I don't remember how I've seen it. I want to say I used to own the DVD, but I actually did own the Blu-ray at one point, and it was one of those titles that I just kind of got away with, you know, just to make room for more Blu-ray. But I'm happy to re-add this to the collection. I hear it's actually quite the upgrade from standard HD to 4K here. But you know, you guys know me. If it's not horror films, it's action and war films. It's kind of my next favorite genre. And next here is another really fun upgrade, I thought. Really good upgrade to a fun movie, and that is Beetlejuice. This is another one that I highly recommend that you upgrade to. Again, I had the Blu-ray. This is an upgrade. You know, I really did enjoy this one. This one, to me, there's definitely a uptick in quality in the picture quality, but I think the number one thing about Beetlejuice is with that new HDR10 and whatnot, you know, Dolby Vision and whatnot, the colors and the it just looks fantastic. And I thought, again, it was one of those movies that looked really good on Blu-ray, and we were never going to get anything better than that. And here we go with the Beetlejuice 4K. Now, this is one that I actually own the first two on Blu-ray. I guess I should say I did own them on Blu-ray, but this is a collection that then features the third film. So again, I did own at one point individually The Conjuring 1 and 2, and this set with the third film, I'm basically replacing those two Blu-rays with one Blu-ray, so I'm gaining a spot. So always, you know, great when I could add a movie within a franchise, but it's like a set like this to where I can make room, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But I have seen The Conjuring 3. I don't think it was as good as, let's say, Part 2. Part 2, I think, is probably my favorite of the series. I'm actually kind of digging this slipcase here, and the Blu-ray really wants to fall out. But I'm actually really digging that slipcase. I don't see too many people with this set, so I've seen a lot of people buy it individually. I'm actually really kind of digging the artwork, the slipcase here, and I have not seen it. Of course, I've seen the trailers. I've heard what friends and family and those on YouTube, what they have to say. It seems very divisive, and I really don't know how I'm going to feel about the film. I've not put it in. This is like very recent, got it like 2 days ago, so there's no way I could have watched this yet. That is Candyman. Now, I'm actually really big into Key and Peele, you know, the comedy show, and I do like, you know, Get Out and Us. I thought those were really, you know, fun movies that you know, had a message. You know, there's something to say there. And so you're not just watching, you know, random carnage on screen. There's kind of a message. And I'm not going to get political about it if you don't, you know, I'm not going to get political about that. But you know, it is what it is. I actually enjoy his stuff. So, given that Tony Todd's back as Candyman, and you know, I'm actually really hopeful for this one. I'm really hoping I dig this one. I think it's next week. It might be like 5 days. Comes out on a Tuesday. They're doing Candyman 3 Day of the Dead on Blu-ray, which I hear is complete and utter crap. But for $13, I'm actually going to get that Blu-ray, so I'm going to have the full Candyman franchise on Blu-ray and 4K. Next up here is a film and a sequel that I actually had a really fun time with. I actually rented the DVDs to these two films from the local library. Believe it or not, of all things, my local library. And I brought them home and didn't really know what to think. I was captivated by the artwork, you know, and the synopsis on the back of the DVD, and I had a really fun time. So again, I've never owned these films. They were rented probably 10 years ago on DVD from my local library, but that is Demons 1 and 2, and this is the new Synapse Films Demons 1 and 2 4K set. I think they say this one's limited to 6,000 units, so they made 6,000 of these 4K sets, and really great picture quality. Again, I can't really compare and contrast. I've never had the Blu-rays. I've seen these films once 10 years ago, you know, and of course I put these in. So I can't really gauge the quality. I can't really tell you. I liked the picture quality. You know, the audio was fine. It's just nice to actually own these films within my collection. I had a fun time 10 years ago or so renting them on DVD from the library, and I had just a fun time watching these on the 4K here in 2021 when I actually watched these. But definitely recommend these if you're into Italian films, if you're into zombie films. They call them demons in the film, but they're essentially zombies. Check these out, Demons 1 and 2. It's actually a really fun movie and sequel. Next up here is just a simple upgrade from the standard Blu-ray, and that is Kong Skull Island. Now, I actually seen this one in the theater. Compared to, let's say, the first Godzilla film from 2014, this was Kong's first outing. To me, as a Godzilla fan, I think Kong Skull Island was better than the first Godzilla film, so they definitely improved once they added Kong into the franchise. But again, that's just kind of just a simple upgrade. I have the Blu-ray, I've seen the film, went to go see it in theaters, so that's just a simple Blu-ray to 4K upgrade. Now here's a set. I'm really eager to open this up. There's a fifth film coming out. I think if it's not this year, it's next year. So many things have changed and moved, and COVID's been crazy. So movies have changed, productions are halted. But there is a fifth film to this, and that is Indiana Jones. And this is all, of course, 4 films. Now, I've previously had the Blu-ray to this. Believe it or not, even owning the Blu-ray set, I've seen the first one. I put the first Indiana Jones film in, watched that on Blu-ray. It looked really great. Again, it's one of those where I thought, how are you going to get any better than this? But I never watched the sequels. So here I am upgrading completely to this brand new set, the 4K set, and I've actually not put in the other 3 to actually gauge how much of an upgrade. So I've not opened this. It's still in the shrink wrap. Can't say anything about this set, what they look like, outside of upgrading from the standard Blu-ray here to 4K. So I'm really eager to check this set out, because if it's anything like Back to the Future, to me, older films always look better on Blu-ray and 4K than something modern day. It still looks great. You can definitely still see the quality, but it's those older films that get restored like that to Blu-ray and 4K that just look amazing. So I can imagine that the Indiana Jones franchise looks pretty good. Next up here is another one that I seen in the theater, and I really loved it. Another divisive film. You either hated it or you loved it, and I loved it. And that is the newest James Bond film, No Time to Die, here on 4K. Now, I do have the full James Bond set with the previous 24 Bond films in it. So this is actually the first Bond film I own on 4K. I probably won't, at least any time in the near future, upgrade that set in any way, shape, or form. That was quite an expensive set, and I just got it about a year ago or so. But my first James Bond film on 4K. This is another one that I'm going to put in definitely sometime soon and revisit. I liked what I seen in the theater. I was one of those people that enjoyed the film. They took new risks. They took bond in a new direction, and I actually did enjoy it. So again, that is No Time to Die on 4K. Now again, speaking of upgrades and making space within my collection on my shelves, we have the 5-film Purge collection. Now, I own the first 4 films as it is on Blu-ray. Well, again, at least I did. Even though this is not a 4K upgrade, I did replace this single set, 4 Blu-rays, down to this. So I gained another 3 spots where I could put stuff in the collection. So, see, I'm always thinking of certain sets I can buy, you know, pack, what I like to call pack movies. Again, this is 5 movies, a 5-movie pack. 4 Blu-rays down to 1 with the brand new 5th movie, which I've not seen. Again, personally, I think the Purge series it's done. I thought that with the last one, I wasn't really too fond of that one. You know, the first 3 films I think made a really great trilogy, and it probably should have ended at that. But you know, I can't wait to check out the 5th film. I kind of want it, you know, to succeed. I don't want to put it in and just you know, go in believing it's going to be a bad film, and I also want to come out of it enjoying it. But personally, I don't think it's going to be as good as the first 3. Let me know what you guys think. What did you guys think of this newest Purge movie? Next up here is a upgrade that people told me looks stunning. Quite possibly one of the best Blu-ray to 4K upgrades, at least horror-wise, that you can get, and that is The Shining. Now, again, this was a Blu-ray to 4K upgrade. I've not put in the 4K, so I cannot tell you, for those who don't have it, for those who want to know my opinion, I have actually not put this one in yet. So I am extremely eager to check this out, because I can imagine, you know, some of my favorite 4K upgrades so far are Beetlejuice, The Thing, and they look all incredible, amazing from Blu-ray to 4K transformation. So I can imagine, if The Shining is as good as people say it is, what this movie looks like. But again, that is The Shining on 4K. And this is another weird one that people are going to be like, never thought you'd own this, that we'd see it in a Blu-ray update. And that is the newest Space Jam movie. Now, I actually really liked the first film. You know, that was from 1996. You know, I was 4. I can remember that movie. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think my mother and cousin and family members all went to see that in the theaters, you know, even as adults. So I actually liked the first one. Again, this is one of those where most of the word I heard was it was okay. You know, nobody really hated it, and nobody said it was, you know, a really great film. People just said, okay, it was cool. Sits right in the middle. It was an okay movie. So, again, haven't seen this one. Have not popped it in. Outside of the trailer, never went and seen it in the theaters or anything. So, one of those ones that I'm actually kind of, you know, I kind of want to check out for real. You know, I kind of want to see what it's all about. You know, so again, that's Space Jam. And last but not least, we actually have a Blu-ray upgrade to Blu-ray upgrade. This is not a 4K, but it is an upgrade. This movie is Arrow Video's Weird Science. Now, I used to have the older Universal Blu-ray, and even as I put the Blu-ray in, like, you know, 3 or 4 years ago when I got that release, I wasn't impressed with the quality of the film. I was not impressed, you know, even for Blu-ray. This, on the other hand, Arrow's 4K transfer here, looks great. And I can imagine eventually, if someday they bring this to 4K, that it's going to look even better. So again, this is the Arrow Video 4K transfer that's upgrading from the old Universal Blu-ray. So that was my final Blu-ray update video. So a couple upgrades, couple adding to the collection. Now again, as this is probably not going to be my final Blu-rays I ever buy, this will probably seriously be my final Blu-ray video on this channel, update video for this channel. Again, is that to say I'm never going to collect? I'm never going to, you know, no. And who knows, I might do maybe once a year, you know, do like the 20 titles I bought throughout the year, if it's even 20 titles. I'm not trying to say for sure. And it probably won't. It'll probably be more like 8, but you get my point. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.